Hello, 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 hello. Welcome again to another edition of the Logan's Hour tonight. We going to be on fire. So, to all of my people out there, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on which part of the world you are. I know we have been away for some time now. We are so sorry about that. But tonight we are back, and tonight's show promised to be interesting as usual. And don't miss tonight's show because it's gonna be hard. They're going to be hard. Trust me, they're going to be hard. So all of you out there wanting to get the latest information, what's happening in Indianapolis and around, Johnny Logan's hour because tonight's show it promised to be real, real hot. But don't forget, Saturday we have one of our editors. Um, he will be having a fundraiser coming up at a ball. So some of you who don't know at a ball fundraiser will be coming up. So don't forget. And in the meantime, while we prepped out better, we will just play our intro one more time. When we come back, we go through some topics. All right. Thank you again, and welcome to the Logan's Hour tonight. We are here again as usual. We know we will have some of our friends joining us today. And sorry, somebody from Liberia following the show and they said they couldn't hear me better. So sorry for that. So we have some of our friends joining us tonight here, and tonight gonna be so good because we will have we're supposed to have Pastor Ball, Deacon Ball, not even Pastor Ball anymore. He's a deacon now. Deacon Ball supposed to join us tonight, and Deacon Ball have a fundraiser coming up. Yeah, and we promise to be at that program. It's gonna be on Saturday as usual. Some of you who don't know what this all important fundraiser gonna be, it's gonna be Saturday. Let me get the information straight here because I didn't want to read you anything where we don't have the information straight yet. So excuse me. Alrighty. So all right. So it's Holy Victory in Jesus Christ. So some of you who know Holy Victory, that's at a ball church. So when you look on the screen here, you see it there. So it's Holy Victory in Jesus Christ Inc. So it's a fundraiser event. The date is Saturday, September 24th, 2022 at 5 o'clock p.m. So Saturday, September 24th, 2022. And the venue going to be at 6261 Kaufman Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46268. So you have so many ways to do some other thing. If you want to make some donation, you have the cash app here. It's $ MARTHA Matter GIBORO ball. And if some of you, I know most time people that do Zelle because with Zelle you do not pay a lot of service charge and other fees. So with Zelle you can just send your Zelle contribution to 463-256-3852. So for more information, you can also call 463-256-3844, or you can also call 463-256-3852. So one of the elders in the community at a ball having his fundraiser, and he's supposed to join us tonight to also talk about a fundraiser, why you should donate your money to this good cause. Because when people try to impact other people's lives, it's important that you give to that cause. Because one thing I always say to people that you shouldn't overlook, life is not about duration. Life is about donation. Life is not about how long you live, how effective, how you change other people's lives. So life is all about giving back. So please, the board will be having this program. The program will be coming up. You all know Deacon Ball coming up with this fundraiser program. I'm asking all the young people in town here, all the young guys, Indiana Young Men Association, the Men's Association, the Bunk County Association, and all of the various organizations in town here. Please support the ball fundraiser that will be coming up. And trust me, you will not regret it, because these initiatives will be going back to help people who really in need. So it's important that you become part of this fundraiser. Thank you. So we're going to go back to our intro again. And after our intro, we're going to be joined by our friend. All right, there you have it. There you have it. We have Ball having his a fundraiser coming up on Saturday. I'm encouraging every one of you to please go and sponsor what Ball have coming up. And we also know that over the weekend, our sister Brittany celebrated her birthday. And I want to say to Bernie, I want to say happy birthday. I want to say to you, Regina Watkins, I want to say happy birthday to you too. You celebrated your birthday over the weekend. I was there for your all-white party and your housewarming. Trust me, I love your house design. All right, let's recognize some of our people who following us tonight. We want to say welcome to the Logan's Hour, to my beautiful wife, Samar Princess Hamu Liwe Logan. Welcome, Dawa Sosa, Jonathan Nam, my own Zepikin. Welcome here. The Logan, our princess, Tutu McCarthy, she's also here. Mrs. Anita Peno, Duo, she also here as well. The King Yuji Doswa, and Peter Howard, Celine Valentino, my dear brother Roland Akwe, and all of you who follow me here tonight. And you people are tons and tons and tons of thousands of people who watch the show after the show. And I'm so excited that you people, my dear brother John Blamo, the Invisible, my own cousin and baby Olivia Keep on Cheyi. She also following the show, and my own girl Brandy Alpha. I can see her right now in studio. The tough talking Brandy Alpha. She says she can't take nonsense. So when you want to do her, don't come with nonsense. So to all of you following us tonight is it will be an interesting topic. And you all are aware that the Liberal Association of Indiana will be going to her election. I think the election day should be November 5th. Stands to be corrected. And the election commissioner were appointed by the president. And we have two teams. We have Team Logan. We have Team Paga. If you watch our description of the show tonight, it's the FOP edition. This is not intended to run campaign of any sort. This program is not for campaign purposes. This program tonight is to talk about some of the irregularities with the campaign process. how the NEC is proceeding wrongly. So we have other people here with their own expert opinion, and we will also open the line for you people to call as well. And let's talk about the issue tonight. Trust me, it's not about sentiments. It's about the facts. It's about the facts surrounding the election coming in November. And this election in November is critical to the growth and development of the Liberian community of Indiana. So tonight we're going to be discussing the issues, the irregularities, and everything centered around the election. So don't miss the next show because we will be very, very, very much to the point, and we're going to point out some of the irregularities, and we're going to point out some of the missteps of the election commissioners. So we are not leaving no election commissioner off the hook tonight. We're going to point out everything, and we're going to point out how they are proceeding wrongly. And watch up. Don't miss the next show because it promised to be so good. It promised to be so good. So I will be joined by some of my colleagues. I'm not naming it right now because they are settling up in the background right now. And also Deacon Ball supposed to join us to talk about his fundraiser just for at least 10 minutes. But I think he's having a little difficulties trying to connect to the show. So we will also give him the benefit of the doubt if he cannot join the hour tonight. But we will also talk about the Ball fundraiser coming up. For those of you out there who don't know about what is coming up, at Ball or Deacon Ball or how you call him, some of us say our pa because he's the daddy to my friends in the community. So if he can born people who of my age, he's my daddy. That one, period. So at the Ball have the fundraiser coming up. So if you look on the screen here tonight, we have the Holy Victory in Jesus Christ in the fundraiser event. You can come to donate to this all important cause. So the fundraiser event tonight is going to be on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 at 5 o'clock p.m. And the venue going to be at 6261 Crawfordman Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46268. And some of you that won't be there, I know some of you will not be there. And even me that sits here, I know probably if I have some basic activity, I will also do my own little donation. So the papa, the owner make it so easy that you don't necessarily have to be there if you have your basic schedule or you have your work to attend to. The best thing you can do here, they have means here for donation. So you can do the Cash App. The Cash App number is right here. It's $ Matter Ball, MARTHA Matter GRBOR Ball. So it's Matter Ball for the Cash App. If you get $10, you get $5, you get $7, you get $2. Everything is appreciated. Trust me. One cocoa for the bucket. If you want to use Zelle, some of you who get Zelle, and I know the modern days people they love Zelle because for Zelle there's no service charge. So for Zelle tonight, you can also Zelle anything to this number here: 463-256-3852. Please, my people. You see, when Mr. Ball reached out to me the first time and he explained about this all important initiatives that he and his wife and the other foundation in Liberia they are undertaking, I was mind blown. I was like, oh my God, if you people can be this selfless and thinking about people who do not have it, then it's worth giving to. My people, I know McDonald's is $7. I know Hardee's may be $10. I know some of the fast food area might be a little $7 or $8. But please save some of the $5 at least to help the people to undertake this project, to put food or to build shelter or to provide basic necessity for those that don't have it back in the locations they are trying to build this. We are appealing to the Liberian community. We are also appealing to people outside the Liberian community. You don't necessarily have to be living in the Liberian community. If you live in a part of the United States, or any part of the world, Canada, Australia, or whatever, if you are following me tonight, please. If you want to make some donations and you don't know how to make those donations, you can also just contact the number on here. You can also call 463-256-3844. You can just call their number. They're going to tell you how you can mail a check to them. You can also do, if you need a bank account that you want to deposit something into, save somebody's lives. Be there for other people who cannot be there for themselves. Today, I'm appealing to you people here. You're going to support this all-important fundraiser. He's not looking for the fundraiser to go and pay his rent. He's not collecting this money because he wants to support his family. He wants to support people he have no connection to, people that he have no relationship to. Sometimes I know our biggest problem It's the distance between our hands and our pocket. It seems to be too far. But when it comes to these kind of initiatives, let's put our hand in our pocket and support it. All right, Leah, thank you so much. After the show, I will call you so we can talk about it, please. Thank you, Leah. Thank you so much, my sister. Yes, my people, Elo Ball and his wife, they have been on this project for some time now. They got a school in Liberia. They got daycare center in Liberia. They are doing a pretty fantastic work. When he reached out to me, he said, listen, I want to come on your show to see if I can raise funds for people who don't have it for themselves. I told him, I said, Boy, my platform, the people that have come to the platform, our audience base are not too large yet. So if you come to raise funds, there are very few people who would love to donate, but you will not have the needed support that you want. But since he decided to have it in a hall or whatever place, please, my people, let's go and support one of our own. Let's support somebody who cares for other people. If you decide to do the same, we will also come in and chip in. We don't have it. We can't do everything, but a little, the $10, the $5, the $3, whatever God lay on your heart. Even if you have dollar, don't be ashamed. If somebody got $99, they only need $1 to make 100. Go there and contribute a dollar. That dollar will make some impacts. It will help to buy cement. That dollar will help to put food in somebody's children that don't have it. Please, I'm appealing to every one of you people. I know sometimes it's hard to donate because of the system we live in now, looking at the global challenges. Everybody are so hard pressed when it comes to things this time. But let's donate. It's good to donate. Life is about giving. It's not about taking off things. Give to somebody who in need. How many person's lives have you changed? That's the basic question you'll be answering. Please, man, when you look at somebody whose lives you have changed over the time, you feel so proud of yourself. You know that God has been blessing you. The reason why God bless you because he wants you to become blessing to others. Please, tomorrow Saturday, I know some of you will not have the time to be at the ball program, but just take your cash app. Even tonight, you don't have to do it tomorrow. You don't. Just take your cash app and just cash app. Just put a dollar sign. Put a dollar sign right now. If you listen to me before you say you can't remember it, let's go. Just say dollar sign MARTHAGIRBOR. Matter ball. Tomorrow I'll be at that program. Probably, Saturday I'll be at the program. Probably I'll not be at the program to do donation. I can just take my cash and do my donation before I get there because I'm a very sharp person in terms of giving. I don't like for people to know that I did this. I give this. I don't like to do that. So maybe I will do my giving before I get there. The other part of it where people getting up to be seen, that might just be the formality part of it. But I will do my best to save other people's lives, to provide for other people. So my people tonight, some of you who thinking about going there and don't know the location, but the ball we having a fundraiser on Saturday is Holy Victory in. He have been posting it for some time now. So Holy Victory in Jesus Christ fundraising event. Date September 24th, Saturday, September 24th, 2022 at 5 o'clock p.m. The venue going to be 6261 Kaufman Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46268. If you want to donate, the number there for the donation number is $MARTHAGIRBOR for Cash App. Those of you who want to do Zelle, the Zelle number is here. It's 463-256-3852. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you for your donation. I know some people, I can see now they are sending in some money. They are doing some other things. So thank you so much for at least trying to donate to the all-worthy cause. We appreciate you so much. We know you can do it. And we're just going to play our sister, Marion, man, because she's have a beauty store. I'm encouraging everybody to go to the beauty store to purchase from our sister, Marion. And trust me, when we support one Liberian, we do better for ourselves. So let's go to see the advertisement from Marion. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell Mariette that the girl is sincere.
All right, tell Maria that the girl is sent here. Thank you so much for joining us again. I was just jump Pastor Ball or Bishop Ball, Deacon Ball. Sorry, I just keep missing the thing. If I people farming tonight. So I was just jump at Deacon Ball. I think he just slipped up. He was in the waiting room, but I think he's going to come back just shortly. You got to bear with him. Some of you who are here, computer science, you were born in the 80s and in the 2000. You're bear with the papi because you know the papi they are BBC. They were born before computer. So tonight, Pastor Ball or Deacon Ball will be here. He's just going to take at least just 10 minutes of our time. 10 minutes, at most 10 minutes. He's just going to talk about the project. You see, I've been talking about the initiatives that Deacon Ball trying to hear his wife and the rest of the folks have been working on for years. Now we will have the opportunity to listen to him. It's important that we listen to him. And I don't know if he stay having a little difficulties coming on, but I'll also, if he can't get on, I will just get him by the means of audio, and we just listen to him. Let him tell the community why he want you as a community people to donate to the all important worthy cause. Because some of you don't know how important it is. Some of you just feel it's just because he tried to raise some funds, but because he want to save other people's lives. He want to become a help to those that can help themselves. So I have Deacon Ball in studio here right now. Deacon Ball will just join me here to just talk about the foundation and whatever thing they're doing in Liberia and why he raising fund this Saturday and why he want the community to come in and help him with this project. So with all due respect, I'm just going to bring in our dear father and our dear Deacon Ball. I think I can still see he trying to set up his phone better. Let me wait till Deacon Ball set his phone better. So I didn't want when Papi on, then his screen be going off and the screen be coming on. So I see he try to set up. I see somebody try to help him right in the back to set up better. So when the Papi set up, I will bring him on. But for those of you who join us, those of you who just joining us, I want to say thank you for joining us again. Hey, Tutu Makati, this is looking our princess. My dear Minister Darlington, how are you, my dear brother? Hey, Jojo. How are you? My Annie Gibson. Thank you for joining us again. DT Banks and the rest of the other people who join us tonight. So I have Pastor Ball here. I think he's still trying to set up.
Yeah.
Are you okay now? Or you still setting up?
Yeah, I think I can hear you, Mr. Logan.
All right. Thank you so much, Deacon Ball. I asked the people that tonight you'll be here just to give us at least 10 minutes of your time to talk about why we will be collecting these funds on Saturday. Why are we doing this fundraiser? I'm going to bring Brandy Alpha in as well. She will also share the platform with us tonight, and some other people will share the platform with us. But since tonight is Saturday is a fundraiser, and we've been talking about the fundraiser, we have been asking the community, we are seeking their support, we are seeking all the young people, the old people, the middle class people, everybody who can come to this fundraiser. We are asking you to please come. It's Holy Victory Inn. It's just a fundraiser that will be on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 at 5 o'clock p.m. And the venue is 6261 Craftman Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46268. And trust me, those of you that don't want to be there, you can just do your donation by Cash App. Is MARTHAGIBOR. Or you can do Zelle to 463-256-3852. Please, if you live in Australia, Canada, or whatever place, if you want to do your donation, you don't want for anybody to know about it, please call the number below. The number is 463-256-3844. Or you can also call 463-256-3852. 5-2. We would really do appreciate you. But before we can go any further, we would love to hear from our own deacon, our pa, who in the Liberian community here. For the first time, this is Edward debut on the Logan's Hour, his first appearance on the Logan's Hour. And you see, one thing the Bible says: the more you get older, the more you look younger. In and you see the old man look much younger at this age. So, Edward, we are excited that you are still with us. Thank you so much for joining the Logan's Hour.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Logan, for accepting me on this hour this evening. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Edward. So let's just go into it because you are not here for too long. You just come to talk about your fundraiser. So we have tons of people who following us from Liberia, Canada, and the rest of the world. Before I can come to you, I'll just go to our sister Brandy Alpha. Brandy Alpha will be one of our co-hosts here tonight as well. So Brandy, how are you? Welcome to the Logan's Hour, girl.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm
Hello,
doing
everyone.
okay. So Brandy say hello everyone. Hello, Pastor Ball. So Pastor Ball, let's just go to it quick. Yeah, I see your granddaughter here saying hi, grandpa, hi, grandpa. Let me highlight her comment right there. You see it? She's saying hi, grandpa, hi. Okay.
Ah,
Okay, Pastor Ball, let's go to you. So just introduce yourself. Tell the people who is Deacon Ball.
yes, I am Bishop Joseph Ball, uh, Bishop of Holy Victory in Jesus Christ Ministry, United States and Liberia, West Africa. As you all know, I was ordained in 2020, July 12th, to become the national bishop of the church with so many churches in Liberia. And the branches here, but they have increased from Monrovia to Toli to Nimba County, and we got so many branches in Seclepie going all the way to Bound. So I am the national bishop for the church with so many churches going on right now.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Deacon Ball. So there you have it. Talk about it a little, but now at least the deacon broke it down for you, so you know why it is important that we donate to this kind of project. So Deacon Ball, let's go straight to the whole thing about this fundraiser that is coming up on Saturday. So Saturday will be this fundraiser at Craftman Road, Indianapolis, Indiana. So why do you want for people to donate to this cause?
We are asking people to donate to this event because we have planned to build a mission station in Tuli, Liberia. And we have 10 acres of land that was given to us by that district free of charge. All we did was just to survey it and pay the surveyor. Everything has been turned over to us since 2019. And since we left this place in 2021, February 18, and landed in Liberia by the 20th of February, we have been working on this land. The construction is going on right now. Foundation is done, and the church building is on roof level. We have the hall, we got the pastor office, we got two bathrooms, one for male, one for female, and we got a dressing room for a choir. And this is what we're looking for. Right now, we are on the roof level. We are looking for funds for the zinc or steel raw, blocks, other stuff that will make the whole thing come together. So the fundraising mainly is to have 20 bundle of zinc. The building is so big, and the estimate for the zinc is that 20 bundle would be able to make it at the cost of $100 per bunch.
Okay.
So we're talking about $2,000 there for the zinc we are looking for. Besides that, we want steel raw, we want dough, we want or sand, we want rock and everything that will do the final work for this building. That's our reason for raising this fund on Saturday around 5 at Compound Road.
Thank you so much, Pastor Wall. At least you broke it down to the point where if somebody want to make some donations, they can obviously know as to what to target. So coming to the Indianapolis people, and I know people in Indiana will make their donations. I can rest assure you, I trust the people who live here. I know how giving they are, and I know sometimes when it comes to
Yes.
problem, how they can chip in. And on Saturday, approximately how many dollars do you think you want your people to contribute to this all important program? How many dollars are you expecting to generate on Saturday program? Looking at the kind of
Well,
big
to
program.
all loving people of God,
Hmm.
if we can contribute each and every one at least $100 up, we are looking for more than our estimate in Liberia for 5 years for this mission station is $250,000. But
Okay.
for now,
Okay.
if we can raise up to 10,000 on this Saturday to be able to finish the work on this first building, it will be so wonderful. $100, $200, $500. If you can give 1,000, I will jump out and give God a praise.
I know there's nothing God cannot do. And I know the
Amen.
people who listening to us in Canada, in Australia, in the inner parts of the world. Tonight you heard from Pastor Ball. They are undertaking this project for a very worthy cause. And these kind of multi-purpose building the people are building, it's not just to have church services, it's to bring other young people who on the street who need rehabilitations and other things. So if you can donate to the cause, if you live in other places around the world and you don't know how to do Cash App or to do Zelle because maybe you might not have those services in your location, we are asking you to just call the number below. The number is 463 256 3844, or you can also call 463 256 3852. You will speak to somebody who will tell you how you can direct your funds, how you can do direct deposit, or how you can do checks. Whatever way you donate to this all important project, the Lord going to bless you richly. The Lord going to bless you. So, Pastor Ball, you have said it. And I know the community people, they are getting ready. I can rest assure you, I saw my sister Brandy Alpha touching her phone. Probably she will get it on her Cash App. But a lot of people in the community will be getting on the Cash App as well. Those that can make it to the program, we ask that you get on your Cash App. If you can do $10, if you can do $100, if you can do 150, if you can do whatever God lay on your heart, the Papa going to appreciate, the church going to appreciate, the ministry by whom going to appreciate, the children who will benefit from it going to appreciate. So I will turn to Bernie. Maybe Bernie will ask you a question before you can leave.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Philip.
Oh, I just want to say this is a good idea for the community. So anybody who want to chip in, that would be an awesome thing to do to help out, so they can, help back home, outreach to other people.
Thank you so much, Bernie. So those are you following. You heard from Bernie, you heard from Pastor Ball or Deacon Ball. So Deacon Ball, let's get your part in and encourage people to come up on Saturday, please.
Well, as I continue to say, I'm encouraging every member of the community to join us with this project in Liberia. It is a project for the people in Liberia. Where we are building this church is all the way behind Kakata, and a lot of children there are not going to school. Some of them, during the day when we were there, you see them playing on the ground, and we kind of wonder, this place needs development. And when this development happens, it will help those people who have children in the community, and it will help Liberia as well. The church is the first. We have the clinic, and the next is a school. But right now, we are concentrating on the church. When the church is building, it will be able to help the people there in that community. There will be a lot of conferences in that place because they don't have any good building like we are building right now. If this building is built, it will connect the chiefdom and the district together when it comes to planning for even in the district. You have place for people to meet. It's big enough for a conference hall if church is not going there. So it's not only just a church, but it will be a developmental center for everybody who will live in that district. This place is Marquette District in Tootie Town.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Deacon Ball. So where is Tony located, in which county?
Tootie is located behind Kakata. The road
Okay.
leads from Kakata toward Bon Mine, the former mining company road, and then you can take the road to Tootie on your left side of Bon Mine Road, and it go all the way to Marquette District, where Tootie Town is located.
Thank you so much, Deacon Ball. So we have our brother G Consistent. Probably before you leave, you want to ask you one question, or he would want to encourage you, or you want to encourage your community dwellers. So G Consistent, welcome to the Logan's Hour, my dear brother.
Yeah, thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for the show.
Okay.
Thank you for your
So
support also.
the Omer is about to leave. Do you have any question for him, or do you have anything to say to him before he can leave?
Uh, Not really because I came in late. I was
Okay.
not really monitoring the show to hear what you're saying, but
They're doing
I was just
fundraiser.
asking.
He been
Oh, okay.
posting it on the community chat. They are carrying on project in Tootie, Maggie County, and they have like 10 acres of land that were given to them. So he said the total estimated cost for that project is 250,000, and they first want to embark on building the church. Subsequently, they will build a clinic, and then they will go and build a school. So he wanted to first undertake the project that has to do with the church. Then it will go back and start with the clinic project, and it will go back to the school project. So this whole thing about coming to the community to solicit funds and help, it was going to be a simultaneous process. It's not just one day. So for the church, whatever we can do to help to get the church going as quick as possible, that will be a help to the people in Tootie, and it also helped to develop that part of Liberia as well. So that's why he are here to ask the community, because he have been posting it on the community chat. So he said he could just want to make an appearance that people all around the world, it's not just necessarily the Liberian community, but those in Canada, those in Australia, those in Ukraine, or whatever place. If you listen to the program tonight and you know what he says, it makes so sense to everyone, and you want to donate to the process, you can just call the number that we've been reading here and just make a donation of 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Who knows? There are some people out there who willing to give, but they are looking for a project to give to. So that's why he's here tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let me just ask the Papa one question before you leave.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Yes.
how long the project you decide maybe 2-3 years? How long is the estimate for the project to finish?
This project is a 5 years project. What
Oh,
we are
5
doing
years.
now is first take on the church building. After the church building, the place is far away from Kakata, and when people are sick, motor road is very bad. You can't put somebody who is sick on a motorbike. They will always do that, and sometimes when the people before they reach Kakata, people will fall off, and it's not even easy for them. So we want to build a clinic where people will come when they have malaria, diarrhea, kwashiorkor, you just name it. They will be able to have a quick medication to take before they can go to a further bigger clinic. This is our goal. This goal is for 5 years. It's a 5-year plan. We have a school, we got a clinic, and the church is the first of it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's what I want to know. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's good to know. Thank you, thank you. This
You're
is
welcome, Dad.
our
We'll be there.
vision. This is the
We'll be
vision
there
of
to.
the war that is going on right now.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there to do what we can do. We'll be there Saturday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate everybody who will come to make this fundraising event a big success.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Deacon Ball. So that was Deacon Ball in the Liberian community. He's calling on everybody who can make some donations. Please don't want to get at the program before you do something. You can sit down right in your room tonight and just send your little cash app. And the cash app is so easy. It's just $ Matter. I don't know how to spell Matter. It's MARTHA. Then ball, GIBOR. Just do $ Matter ball. Send the cash app. If you want to do Zelle, we are in modern town. A lot of people love to do Zelle. The Zelle number is here: 463-256-3852. Please make a donation. Those that are outside the country and other places, I want to make some donations. If you want to call and have instruction as to how to make your donation, please call this number: 463 256-3844. Or you can also call 463-256-3852. We are appealing to all of the young people. The small children in town here. I know your parents will not allow you to be at the program. Tell your mom and pass it, Papa, please go and support Bishop Ball. At least when $1, $2, $3, $4, we appreciate everything. But at most, we are looking to generate 250,000. We know it's not an easy thing. That's why the bishop gave it a longer period. He said in 5 years' time, they are looking at completion. So we are asking on every member of the Liberian community, every member of the Nigerian community, every member of the Sierra Leone community, even the white community, even the black community. We are calling on every human race to please, if you listen to the program tonight, please support this all-important event that will put smiles on the people of Tory Face. So Deacon Ball, we want to say thank you so much. Thank you for coming to also talk about this all-important projects that are coming on. And we pray that God will make somebody who have the money to stretch their hands across you. Because the Bible says in Matthew 6, verse 33, if you seek it first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, he will give you everything you want. So in this light, I know somebody listening up there who can do it, and God will direct him to you. The project will not last for 5 years. The project will last for under 5 years. Thank you so much, Deacon Ball.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. We pray that everything will work for the best on Saturday. And for within the 5 years, we know God himself will do his work through those who really love him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless your show, and may God bless the hand that you are working with. Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Deacon Ball. So those of you following us, that was the voice of Deacon Ball. Some of you that don't know Deacon Ball, he's our editor in this town. And Deacon Ball, we're here tonight talking about a project he have coming up. And tonight in studio here, I think if you can see, let me put them back so you can see them clear. We have the tough talking. The man, you can hear his name in the community chat going up and down. His name is... People always know him by G Consistent. So if you always in that chat, almost everybody know him to be G Consistent, but he's the man called Morris Gore. So we'll go to Morris Gore to please introduce himself first. Then we'll go to our sister Brandy Alpha. Then plus the host Philip Logan that you know I'm your able presenter. I'm Philip Logan. Let's hear from Morris Gore.
Oh yeah, thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for the show once again. My name is Morris Gore, commonly known as G Consistent. You already know. There's a common humble servant. The man resides in Indianapolis, Indiana. He is nobody else but Morris. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my dear brother G Consistent. That's the man they called Morris Gore. So get used to that name, Morris Gore. Before
Yeah, Morris Gore.
Look at 1997. Yeah, look at 1997. Somebody got used to calling somebody nickname when they want to vote, looking for the person nickname. Say, but when I see that man, I saw somebody with somebody, man, but the person got different name.
Yeah, Morris Gore.
Okay.
You see,
go ahead.
Advertising, I also thought share. Fatima, advertising or products. I want to watch it. Yeah, I want to watch it so she can know that advertising or products.
That's a good one. That's a good one to do. That's a good one. Thank you. Let you have our sister Brandy. Brandy, introduce yourself to our people because tonight that's the first time seeing you on
Hello,
this program.
Everyone. I'm Bernice Alpha. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. I've been here since I was in middle school, and I am here to lend my services to a community and see what I can bring to the table to help us bring the change that we need to see and elevate.
Thank you so much, Brandy Alpha. So you heard from Brandy Alpha, very eloquent young woman who wanting to see her community improve. That's why she said she's here. She wants to bring those necessary changes to the Liberian community. And tonight we will be joined, hopefully, by two other people, Mr. Jeevan Smith, and we will also be joined by maybe Frank, but I think he's working, so probably he might phone in. And we have a conversation here tonight that has to do with the Liberian community. And we also will be here talking about some of the irregularities when it comes to the election commissioners, the way they are proceeding wrongly. And we have filed a complaint, and this complaint is in the pipelines. and we know we will have a redress hopefully before the day ends. But notwithstanding, we have less than 12 hours to campaign, because campaign starts tomorrow on the 23rd, according to the election commissioner guidelines. And because we are law-abiding people, we not the type that do too much talking when it comes to just blabbering out there. We follow the proceedings. We make sure when we identify irregularities, we write those checkpoints, because injustice to one is injustice to all. So at that point, we decided that, well, instead of us just knowing some of these things and going to the process where we know that there are irregularities, it will not be a healthy thing for our community. People will also see that to want to dwell on that every time. So we will listen to each of you here tonight as we go through these discussions, and we will be joined by somebody else as well. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I'm sorry for the distraction. The kind of topics are sensitive. You find calls coming in, you find text messages coming in, but we're going to stick to the topic. We will remain civil. We will just point at those irregularities that we have identified over the time. We saw that members of Team Logan have been disenfranchised to a point where there have been unfair treatments to some of the members who are contesting for elected positions. The election commissioner went about and deny during the process of vetting uh, members of the Team Logan, not putting them on administrative hold as to what they told other members of the other team. They put it on administrative hold and give them a waiting period that they will have to get qualified. And the election commissioner stated in his comment that I screenshot and I had it here. He said his primary objective was to have people from the other side vindicated. So tonight we will point at some of those basic irregularities. And listen, the reason why we are bringing these things to the public glare, it's not because we want to be seen. No. It's not because we don't want to win. No. It's not because we are the weaker link. No, we are not. Some see us to be the underdog, but we are more strategic. We have been digging some holes. But if we see irregularities, if we see some malpractices, when we see some missteps, we have to identify them and put into a better correction as soon as possible to save the community image. Because if we allow these kind of things to always keep going on, people get emboldened and people feel it's easy to do, it's common to do, because the other side seems not to be talking. So we would just use that and just get away with anything. So some of the irregularities that we saw over the time, let's just point a few out. We have some documentary evidence. If time can permit us, we will probably demonstrate some of them here or display some of them on the screen for people to see. With the issue of the EC going to deny some of our people outrightly, it's not no secret to the community. That's something that everybody in the community know. We have two teams in the race, and the EC went above and denied 3 of our key officials. And now with the same thing, the EC went on the other side and put 3 or 2 of the key officials on administrative hold. For what reason they were on administrative hold, the EC never explained to us. All of a sudden, the EC came up with one flimsy excuse, and the second time, the EC went and added the other person on the listing to be qualified without even the remotes or even the courtesy to give the community a justification why the other person who was on administrative hold had been added to the list of people who's qualified to contest in the community. And which, of course, we saw that as the mistakes. We feel and we still have that. We are convicted and believe that the EC, they have been emboldened. Arrogance have claimed over the chairman of the election commissions, and we will correct those mistakes as soon as possible. When we send people to verify some of those things, they seem not to listen, and we think the chairman, he's taking too many responsibility onto himself. He's the chairman, he's the PRO, he's the secretary, and which of course is wrong. That's why they have division of labor. Division of labor brings about specialization of tasks. Other people should specialize in the area they are assigned. But for this point, we have identified few of them. Number one, Mr. Hoti Pamo. We know Mr. Pamo, he's on the list, and he's seeking to become the parliamentarian for the community. It's good. A young man daring to serve his community, service to your community, is honorable. We appreciate that. We love that you want to serve the community, but it should be done in the right way. The EC know that the financial secretary make it known in a meeting that one of these candidates who is on this team never meet the requirements. I mistakenly qualified this person because I misunderstood his payment for registration and I added it to dues. It was made known. The EC said, well, we are already qualified the person. We don't care. And it is what it is. All right, fine. Let's go to integrity issue. Or let's go back to the bank error in your favor. If somebody deposit money into your account that is not yours, what will you do? You remind the bank that I saw some strange deposit in my account. But if the brother taking on that to say, well, because of that, I'm not liable, surprisingly, on the same Saturday of the meeting, the brother paid $60 to become qualified. Automatically, he was never qualified. And now he go into the process where he's not qualified to contest. And the EC, knowingly that this person is not qualified, the EC added him to the list. All right, go back to Evelyn Cassell. Oh, I don't know if that's her name. Is that her right name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Evelyn Cassell. She was placed on administrative hold. She was placed on administrative hold. Being placed on administrative hold for what? The EC never had the time to come to the community to electing us. At least courtesy that I was appointed to serve. These people trusted me with this position. I'm accountable to them. But out of arrogance, the EC took upon themselves, post somebody on administrative hold, do not give reason why the person on administrative hold, and in the final and the dying meeting, where the vetting process is over, everything is over, we saw the person is being placed as qualified. Why the person was qualified, the EC never come out to tell us why this person is qualified. Only surprisingly, when we started to dig deeper, we heard that because she attended the last meeting. This is a question to the EC and to point out that identical irregularities or that identical missteps. You done with your vetting. You put a list of people. On what basis this person is qualified? The EC never stated those reasons. If the EC reason for qualifying this person is because the person attended the last meeting, was there any time period that the other people were placed on administrative hold to say, because we have a period where you can go to exonerate yourself from what category you are in? Is there a reason that my people who went to the meeting couldn't be qualified as well? Or is that the EC were planted to just support one group of people? Or because were they on the same team in the past election? Or because are they being colleagues? What is going on? Evelyn Cassell, over the time we saw her, she's qualified, she's eligible to run. On what basis? The EC never came to us to tell on what basis. So now, what happened here? The EC put her on the list that she's qualified to run as a financial secretary. On what basis? The EC never had the time. The PRO person for the election commissioner cannot come to the community and tell her on what basis Evelyn Cassell is qualified to run in the Liberian community. After knowingly that she has only attended 2 meetings. This gone meeting they had on Saturday, make her 2 meetings. But the EC took upon himself that I will add her name. Nobody can do me nothing. I'm the law and gospel here. We don't take that in this community. We don't talk. We have never been talking. We have never been backing because only scary dog back much, but we know what we are doing. The third issue, we will deeper into the third issue. The third issue has to do with legality. But before we go into the third issue, let's have this conversation on the first 2 people that we have named. Mr. Morris G. Consistent Gore, you have been in the community. The first person who raised the concern about people being placed on administrative hold and people being disqualified outrightly, it was, I got to give the credit to him, it's Mr. G. Consistent Morris Gore. He was the first person who raised that concern. We saw those things. We saw the EC justifying why a certain person will qualify, or a certain person was exonerated, or a certain person will what. But is that how we want to run a community? Mr. Morris Gould, let me hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much again, once again. You see, as I said, after the EC brought the various names out, it took me 1.5 days to meditate and to see the mistakes. That way, see, I don't yet, I just come in at good time and get right. If you see me responding to people, I already finished seeing the mistakes. When I saw mistakes, I begin to bring a statement out, quoting Bible verses or quoting scriptures. By the end of the day, my dear brother, it's fair that I want to attack him. We are discussing community matter. Not the personal life, not the family issue, not the other thing, all the family matter, all of the how can I say community matter. Not discuss the community that will bring the community together. I try to bring the issue up where everybody will see the mistakes. My brother left the issue and began to attack me. But because thank God for the maturity and thank God for the growth, I began to play low. And the mistake also was, there's a today now we're discussing it. The mistake I pointed out 2 weeks ago, we're discussing it now. Because it was unfair, and it's still unfair, that you put people on administrative role where other people is being denied immediately. He said because they don't have nothing to justify. People don't have something to justify, and you have a deadline. He said August 13. August 13 was the deadline to all applicants. After August 13, anybody not qualify, you now qualify, or anybody put on administrative role, you now qualify. Now you qualify some people. I begin to ask questions. You deny some people, and you qualify some people. And the most frustrating part is you deny everybody on one side. Just to do things that any day and eyebrow come out, they say, man, in days and days. Because look, my dear brother, let me say this. I don't do things for people to like me. I don't do things for people to hate me. It can be my man, it can be my pa. When I read to discuss issue, I discuss it on a broad level that will benefit everybody. I'm not discussing on interest level on single-headed person. No, it's not my point in left. My point and my ideology is to see everybody benefiting, to see everybody growing up. So if I read to discuss issue, if I read to point out mistakes, it's because I feel it, I see it, that affecting other people. That thing, it may affect me too. Not because I'm not in the shoes, so me that I can't talk. Not because it's not in my brother's shoes, so it me that I'm a close my mom. No, I did it because I saw the mistakes and it began to help me. And my own brother, the chairman, and I go, look, if I demand to say that family issue, man, I will leave it. There's the braveness that some all have. There's the courage that some all have. It's not about family issue. It's about growth of our community. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. If you make mistakes, okay, I'll go in the corner, we'll see how we can verify the mistakes. Nobody have multiple one knowledge. There's the one thing I always remember. That's why it's always willing to learn. We all must be willing to learn and correct our mistakes and begin to move on in life. But someone disagree with you, it doesn't mean hate you. No. So let me go to the Hot Palmer issue. Hot Palmer issue came to a group chat, right? It came to a group chat. The Hot Palmer myself going back and forth in a group chat. We're going back and forth in a group chat. All this about why the financial secretary put my knee here correct, the other one is not correct. But as for me, I know only what going on. No, I know only what going on. So it's okay, go to the community chat to see what she did there. Now when I read a whole near so Hot Palmer 0, the others are 60. The only thing I knew was Hot Palmer is clear. But when we went to the meeting, I was so embarrassed because Hot is my, how could I pick my little brother? I can say little brother. This thing not to be coming in a meeting. People should not ask you for $60 or $50 any amount in your public. I begin to get shame out of shame. But any day I just get quiet. See, in that meeting, I just asked one question. I closed my mouth, didn't talk. I just asked one question, and that question my voice was very low because I was very, very embarrassed. But that's the thing I found saying sometimes when you rather go into the process, don't do it for your own personal ego. Do it that tomorrow the society will ask you. Do it that tomorrow people will look at you as role model. People will look at your lifestyle and begin to copy your lifestyle. It's good to be honest and be honest to the voters because integrity pays. So this is the point that you lay out. A lead with election commission, a lead with the administration, a lead with the board, a lead with who's whether the community to come in. They may take it to be led. They will say, hey, the man I want to talk to, but that's it. History will judge us tomorrow. History will judge us tomorrow. Thank you very
History
much, bro.
will judge us tomorrow. I like the way you end. You see, before I get to Bernie, sorry. Some people who see us up here talking about this issue, they feel we trying to back wrongly. I understand this is a community matter, but I believe in the truth. I believe in the right thing to be done. The reason why most people might oppose my style of leadership is because I don't compromise. If wrong is perpetrated somewhere, regardless how small or big it is, I'm going to correct that. I don't think, you see, if you sit down here today and somebody wrongs somebody and you ignore it, tomorrow it might just be you and what you want for people, all the people to say. So on this matter, it will be addressed. It will reach to a logical end, and I can rest assured, FOP, we will get to the bottom of this, and all of those irregularities will be corrected, regardless how high or how whoever person have ego and your ego have claim to your head. Trust me, this will be adjusted. This will lead to so many things. This will be the first time in the community history that we have the right thing to be done. In time past, we were never here. People walk away with anything. People did what they felt they could do, but we are here now, and we will correct the mistakes. Bernice, let's hear from you.
Yeah, so dealing with the issue that's going on, I feel like it's unfair because if, and I can specify because I was one of the candidates that got denied, from the beginning, we didn't get extended the courtesy of getting
Now
additional
come here,
time
1 minute.
to correct our wrongs or, to do what we needed to do to get qualified. So therefore, the other candidates should not have been given the same courtesy to do so. When it comes to things like this, you have to be fair across the board. If
It's
you're
true.
going to deny one person because they don't qualify at the time of the decision making, everybody across the board who do not qualify should be disqualified.
Okay.
If you are going to give people time,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be time that everybody agrees on to give everyone to be able to correct situations that they need to correct so that they can qualify. I feel like this was very wrong because here's the thing. Everybody can say, oh yeah, the list came out, Horty qualified because his dues were paid. But we also know that when we sent in our letter for intent, you had to send in your application fee of $60.
Yep.
So if if their argument is that, oh, okay, well, his dues was paid on time, but he did not send in the application fee. So at that
Mm-hmm.
time, he was disqualified because we all had to send in a receipt with our application of when we paid for the letter of intent.
It's true.
So on those basics, he should have been disqualified to begin with. Not given a chance to pay at the Sunday meeting. After it came out, they should have disqualified him at that time.
It's
But they
true.
gave him a chance to pay that money, and now he is now qualified. Moving on to the second subject as the meetings. Um, I was also disqualified because I didn't meet the qualification for the meetings. But Mrs. Cassell was given time to attend a meeting so that she can qualify for um, the position she was applying for. Again, that is unfair to the candidates because if we were not given time to correct and do what we needed to do to qualify, they should have not been given the same chances. They should have been disqualified from the beginning.
It's true.
And now that we found out about it, we will speak out on it because fair is fair and rules are rules. If we are going to follow the rules to a T, the rules are going to be followed across the board with everyone, not just certain people from 17. And I know we've been hearing, well, they got disqualified individually, but honestly, we are a team together. We're not individual because at the end of the day, if you win president, nobody from the other team is really going to serve in your best interest on your camp.
It's true.
So that wouldn't be fair for them, for us to cross team people when that's not how we come in and that's not our strategy. And we don't have the same outlook on what we need to do to for our community.
Thank you so much, Brandy. So we have been joined by our dear brother Ivan Smith. So, Jivan, you want to introduce yourself to the people first? And I know you've been following the discussion while you are away. And I see, are you frozen? Jivan, are you frozen?
I don't think so. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Seeing your image kind of a frozen. So we have been joined by our brother Ivan, Jivan Smith. So Jivan, can you introduce yourself, sir?
Well, Evan Jeevan Smith, Indiana community.
All right, that's it. You know, he's not the too much talking person. He's very strategic. He moves where it is necessary. So we are talking about some of the irregularities coming in this current election that is still there for November 5th, 2022. We know that we have two teams, and we have the team Logan, we have the team Paga, and we are talking about some of the missteps of the election commissioners at this early age of this electioneering processes. So I know you've been listening to. What is your take on this?
Well, um, as our brother G Consistent said that no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all sometimes we misinterpret rules. We misunderstand certain words and stuff like that. So rules are rules, and if you're going to apply by the letter of the law, that should go across the board to everybody. We cannot move the goalpost after we apply the rule to the letter to some people. Then, when the other team come aboard, they'll move the goalpost so that they can be able to, you know, strike a point. We have this issue about attendance,
Mm-hmm.
and in some of the denial letters that were sent out by the election commissioners, we saw them insinuating their personal opinions. And you cannot do that if you are the referee. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if the other team decide to put in their, just use the analogy of soccer. If they decide to put in their best defender in the last 5 minutes of the game after they are conceded so many goals or after they are struggled the entire time, you just come out as a ref and say, well, this team will not, be qualified as the champion because if they are they struggled throughout the entire game, or they decided to, or the coach don't make the right decisions. And those are your personal opinions. You're the referee. You don't get to play that role. If you want to play that role, step aside from the referee position,
And
and
play
then
the role.
you can play the role.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the specific issues when we're talking about the attendance, where it's stating that you're too new to the community.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
in your guidelines, you never state in your guideline or specify what is considered too new or too old. Saying you are too new to the community to hold an executive position. That was not a rule in the EC guidelines. That you yourself wrote. You yourself created the guidelines. Then you come and you tell someone that you disqualify them because they are too new to the community.
Yeah.
When
And I
the
have that
resident
line. If I want us to read it, we can read it as well.
and the residence clause you put there, you said at least 6 months, stating that, oh, you've been in this community for X amount of years and you just decided to affiliate the community, therefore you are not. That's not in your guidelines. Your guidelines didn't state that your membership within the association should equate to your residency in the state.
Mm-hmm.
if that was in the guidelines, then we put it in there.
It's true.
Yeah, so that alone already show that implicit bias, you know. And we saw that. We just kind of, well, they are humans too, so we know they will try and take side. But notwithstanding, you should do your best to be objective in your reasoning. Um, Other issues about, you know, you cannot follow instructions and stuff like that. So that means you don't qualify. That's something that the voters supposed to decide, not the referee of the game, not the election commissioners. Let the voters decide that, hey, this guy cannot follow instruction.
Jeremiah will
And
open the line for calls shortly, please. We'll open the line for call, and we'll open the line for call. I will return your call. Sorry. The election commissioner chairperson calling, so I told him we'll open the line for calls.
well, maybe you see now I'm stating specific points, so maybe he has something to say. I already encourage let him at least come in and maybe have some points to make against this. You
Yeah,
know,
we will, but we will point out those irregularities first. We will point out those missteps. Then we will open the line. The election commissioner can call and make the clarities.
so stating that someone cannot follow rules, that's not your place. You cannot be the police, you cannot be the prosecutor, the judge, the jury, and play defense attorney at the same time. Um, then I just summarize and come down to the issue of due payment.
It's true.
You know, what you in your guidelines and you say should not exhibit any form of financial malpractices and stuff like that. And if I know that I paid certain and I did not make that payment, and even if
Mm-hmm.
there was, let me play devil advocate, then error in your favor. This is not monopoly. This is not the ball game we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the issue of integrity? Well, that falls on the individual. But where the EC plays a role, if you say financial malpractices after you have been brought up to your attention, that hey, this person knowing it decided to engage in defrauding the community.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the moral compass that for which you were applying to other individuals?
Mm-hmm.
Now right off the bat, you come on is just off the bat, or even say, "Oh, I will investigate to see what went wrong" or something like that. Right off the bat, you come up and talking about, "Nope, I'm not going to change my decision in this," and and stuff like that. Where do we go from there? There are other more issues. I'll pause for now. There are other more issues, there are more details, and we'll talk about it.
I just want to add something else to
Yep. Go ahead.
piggyback off of
Go
what
ahead.
he said.
Yep.
I honestly think that that falls back on the commissioner again, because even if he paid after, if they still allow him to qualify knowing that that was not paid until after the date, then that is an issue. Secondly, if they did not receive a receipt with the application like they required for other candidates,
Mm-hmm.
how did they prove that he paid for his application?
Let me come in quick.
Okay.
Let me come in
Yeah.
1 minute.
Okay. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Bernice, in a meeting, the financial secretary said she make a mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
She submitted the wrong information to the EC. That's why you see EC put Horty Palmer on the listing. So in a case, Horty Palmer just needed to go to the financial secretary so they can settle it behind closed door. That's the only problem I get with, because they Horty Palmer issue not come from the EC. And you look at it, because the financial secretary submitted all the document to the financial secretary that Horty Palmer is clear. So
But
True.
she only submitted, sorry, she only submitted the fact that his dues were paid, right?
both
So
of
what
them,
about the
according to your
application
mom,
fee?
according to
Yeah.
your mom,
So
according to your mom, she
the
submitted
financial
both.
secretary. The
Yeah.
financial secretary. In the case, nobody got mine. Nobody got part there.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the financial secretary, this is what happened. So let me explain it again. When
Uh-huh.
the money was given to her from Miss Delisha, the money was applied to his union dues, because at the time it was said that his union dues it wasn't specified, so she put it towards his union dues. So basically, when that happened, when that report came out, his union dues show paid in full. But when it came out that he was running for a candidate,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The money was moved over to pay the application fee.
But if I say that make a mistakes,
But it's
she not
still
gonna do that. She not
but
gonna do that. She not gonna do
but
that. She
even
just
if she didn't do that, right? Even if she
mm-hmm.
didn't do that, one or the other was not paid. Either
Yes.
he didn't pay the money, so
Okay,
he wouldn't
okay,
qualify, right?
okay, guys. Let's just play the devil advocate.
Yeah.
I'm Philip Logan. I know deep down in my heart, I have paid 2 years dues. I'm owed
Yes.
$60. So if for any reason, if the financial secretary made a mistake and clear me out and send it to the EC,
That's the
I
integrity
know
issue.
when it comes
Yes.
to integrity, I'm not cleared by
Right.
$60. So
Yes.
Exactly.
That
even
one
if
is right.
if the information is being made to the EC that hey, we had a mistake, this is the right information, automatically the law is supposed to take a place. The law is supposed to take a place. Why would the
Right.
EC say we cannot remove him and that's and you made a mistake? That make no sense. That's
Exactly.
make no sense.
Oh,
The
okay.
law
Very
is the
good.
law.
Yeah, I get a point. I get a point. That's integrity issue. Very good. Yeah.
Yes.
That
Integrity issue.
Because
yeah.
he know what he paid the money for. He should have stood up at that point and stated, yes, this was wrong, and this is what it was for.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
so
That's what I'm saying. Embarrassing or embarrassing. If I'm or hot that day, even one of you, I could settle that thing to the quick before it come out. Because it is embarrassing. It's
no,
embarrassing. Not the other thing.
the fight that if you're wanting to become a candidate, the rule says you must be clear of all your dues, all your
Right.
financial obligations. So if you knew you wasn't clear, your work is to go and clear it up before you submit your application.
The
So
finance
to
secretary did
avoid,
well. She did well. The finance secretary did well because the leader wanted for her to deny it. According to her in the meeting, she said, I don't want for you to be denied. That's why I submitted a need as a candidate that you have already paid everything. That's what she said in the meeting.
Can I
so
come in?
even yeah, just a second. So even if they submit my name and I know I'm still indebted, my work is to go and clear what I owe, not to go and claim what I never paid. That has to do with integrity. And in the election commissioner guidelines, they have a line that talks about integrity. So how do we look at that? The election commissioner been calling, who will give him the opportunity to exonerate himself, but we'll point at those missteps. And surprisingly, the election commissioner is my friend. He's everyone a year friend, but we'll not see wrong in no way. Mr. Jeevan Smith, coming.
Yeah, so and I was just going to point that to
Murray, be in charge. Let me get something quick.
the guidelines that
Okay.
the EC put out, and make sure there's a specific line that says financial malpractices. So it did not state when the malpractices could be discovered. It's not like well, within the past 5 years or something like that, or within the last year or something like that. There was no time frame given. And then now this financial malpractice we're talking about is actually within the application time when it was carried out. So even though the election commissioner, out of good faith, did not know, now that it was brought to their attention,
Mhm.
you go ahead, go back and say, hey, you intentionally broke one of the laws, and you're just trying to slip through the cracks because we can't apply this thing about if I'm not caught, I am not wrong. We cannot grow our community with a kind of a mindset.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. That one
Unless
is true.
catch me, then I'm not wrong. And like I said, that would be an issue of integrity of force on the individual because tomorrow it's like you're saying tomorrow you go out there and the community is giving certain monetary amount or gift, and because nobody else knows about it, so you take it and pack it and say unless I'm caught, I'm not wrong. Or
Right.
and somebody drop the money or someone misplaced something of value, and then no one sees you, what are you going to do? So that, like I said, that falls on the individual, but equally so now the EC is we brought it to their attention, through our official communication that was written to the board, and from the board, I we learned that it was forwarded to the EC that hey, there's a financial malpractice that was done under your watch, according to your guidelines. So what are you going to do about it? Now, it might have been a hasty statement for the EC to just jump up. And say, well, you know what, we already qualified. We're not going to look back, even though you're pointing this out. However, it still doesn't change the fact that it happened under your watch. So what are you going to do about the law was broken, your own very law?
It's never too late to do what is right. Nobody can
Yes,
say,
the
"Oh,
time
it's
has
too
not
late to do
started.
what is right." It's true, and those are some of the irregularities. And another point of it here, Givon stress on it, but I think we of course, Jima, rest assured that I stand for the truth. I stand for what is right. That's my signature there. So I would never say that, even from my camp, if somebody is wrong, I will point at it. Trust me. So this is because Jivon says something, and I just wanted to talk about it a little because if you are never to speak of it, I wasn't going to emphasize on the move. Go back to some of the people who were disqualified. For example, let's pick one of the people who were disqualified. Frank Top. According to the EC response, the EC gave 3 points for which Frank was disqualified. Number one, the EC said you have lived in the state of Indiana for many years, but you did not register with LDI until 2022. You did not meet the 6-month requirement as stated in our guidelines. Point of correction, and let's correct that error first. Frank registered with the Liberian community March of 2022. Frank have lived here for years. The first time Frank ever went to pay his dues, it was in March of 2022, and Frank paid his entire dues. From March to September, how many months? 7 months. And you never put him on administrative hold to say, let get him this grace period that he will be qualified after he attended the last meeting. They never did. They outrightly disqualify him. Then he has somebody on administrative hold who they said waiting for one meeting to be qualified. So in that identical point. Point number 2. You are too new. Listen to the word though. You are too new to hold an executive position within the association. You recently completed your financial responsibilities with the association. Who is too new? Your guidelines said 6 months. The man lived here for years. The man started identifying with the community March of 2022. From 2022 March to September, that's 7 months. What made him new? That's been biased. Point number 3. Your record showed that you did not attend 3 General Assembly meetings in the last 3 years. That's a lie. He went to all the meetings on the roof administration. And even in the EC guidelines, they said 2 meetings. So when he been going to meeting, now they gone meeting that he had on Saturday, he attended that meeting. So why is he denied? Point number 3, our record show you did not attend 3 general meetings. Okay, I'll talk about that. Point number 4, this is interesting. This is where the election commissioner put his personal feelings into this. He said your letter of intent does not have address, home address, date, and phone number. Yeah, listen to that. Administratively, somebody submit something to you. It don't have phone number, home address. In your acknowledgement to that person, what will you tell them? And why they still have time? You say just correct this. Please include phone number, address, and that's it. So it appear in the letter. They say you are too. What do you say? Your letter of intent does not have home address, date, and phone number. The EC guidelines specify that letter should be professional. Listen to this now. As a secretary, it is an exception to be organized with the potential to communicate effectively. What's that? It's not emotions. It's not emotions. Your work is just to respond professionally. Not to tell him how he's supposed to deal with his work, but just telling him you need to and deal with your work professionally, and you have to make sure this is done. And as a secretary, so you mentioned as a secretary, you add your emotions to the work. The work turns from being professional work to be a work that is unprofessional. And I saw that as a complete. Let me tell you today, no kind of response. If I receive it, I'll respond to it too. And that was off. That was off the bell. And based upon that, he will deny. So see those reasons why somebody will deny. Because he let her know her date. He let her know her phone number. He too new for the community. And he applying for secretary position. He need to be professional in his letters. What's that? Who teaching who how to write letter? Let's hear from you, Morris, because I know you will soon be on.
Yeah, as I was saying, the mistakes already been made. The only thing I think sometimes we just need to be humble and keep learning, because there's no end to learning. And the only person that can make mistake on the earth is God. So we make mistakes and learn from our mistakes, and we'll move on. I hope the EC trying to call. I'll remain there. I will just off my camera. I'll remain there while I still the work. I hope the EC go. I'm waiting for the EC call so God can. I think he got some point to make, and we can correct the mistakes. The ball got tomorrow camping start. The boats will come because the boat been in the community. The boat can't talk. They can't do nothing. This is time for them to work. You can't be here for 3 years. You do nothing. That's time for them to work. I'm saying I hope they listening to us. There's a time for them to work. Election time, and all the things that the administration leaving, another administration coming. That's a time for them to work. Because after that 2 terms, they're not getting nothing to do. They'll just send and be monitoring us. So we are calling on the board. Y'all do your part for this election so it can be peaceful. Because we all cry for better community. Better community, when it comes when you must say disagree to have a better place. Nobody has monopoly knowledge. Nobody should condemn anybody. Nobody should argue smarter than anybody. Nobody should argue when someone disagree with you, it means that they hate you. No. We all should sit and reason that nobody is perfect. We will make mistakes. But what we learn from one another and have a common ground in the best interest of our community. That's all. Thank you. I will stay with me online. I will still be monitoring the show. I will still be the web. I will be monitoring the show.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. G. Consistent Morris. He's on his way to work, so he said he'll have his camera off while on his way. If there's a need that he want to inject with some other points, he will come back on. Let's hear from you on that identical point so we can go to other issues. We have been here for 1 hour, 32 minutes now.
Okay, yeah. So based on that point, I agree with what he said. It's not about assassinating anybody's character or anything like that. If a mistake were made, we just need to have that mistake corrected so it can be fair across the board. And it's not that some people are getting disqualified from the beginning, and other people are giving chances to do what they need to do so that they can qualify. So I feel like that is not fair, and that is all this discussion is about. It's about being fair across the board to everyone, and it's not about attacking anybody character personally. None of this is personal. This is all about doing what is right for our community and make sure that we stand on fairness across the board when it comes to things like this.
Thank you so much, Brandy. So who's that? Who coming in?
Morris got a
yes. We also inform all parties responsible for redress and everything in the community. They are aware. They have received formal complaints, and they are yet to address those complaints. And we are calling on all of the friends of Philip not to go about campaigning. Do not campaign. Whatever people say, don't say anything. Do not campaign. I repeat, friends of Philip, campaign starts tomorrow. Do not campaign. Allow them to go and campaign, and we have our complaints, and that identical complaint or whatever complaint we have will be addressed, and it will come to a logical conclusion. So we will also open the phone lines to those following who want to make their contribution tonight. But before we can go to the phone lines, I will also give the who's that? Somebody want to come in? Jiva, you want to come in?
Morris got to put his phone on mute.
Okay, Murray, I just how you mute him. Yeah. So we will also turn to Jivan. Jivan, are you there? You want to come in? All right.
No, yeah, give me like 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. Jivan, you good. I think Jivan also driving as well. So we want to say to all of those following us right now, if you want to make your contributions, you can also call the number below 401-359-5072. Before we go any further, I want to place the call to the EC, the Election Commissioner Chairperson. He going to justify some of the things we say here because he been calling me. So I just going to place the call to the EC for the record. I'm going to put it on the speaker for you to hear it ring as we call the EC right now. Mr. Election Commissioner Chair, how are you, my dear brother?
Hey, Big Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You tried making your call to make some corrections to what we are saying here. So that's why I decided to return your call.
Just a point of correction. I tried to make a call to you, but you can't tell me the reason why I was placing the call to you. Maybe I was just going to tell you hello.
Okay. Sorry for misunderstanding you because I was in flight. You know, normally when you have to play in flight, you want to make a mistake because when you crash from in the air, that will be casualty. I'm sorry for that, sir.
I was driving, I was calling you, but later on, I know I got an info about the show. I logged in. So my call was now about the show. It was irony of situation where it happens coincidentally when you're already on the show. And that occurs. But however, I don't know, and I could somehow see from which perspective you guys are speaking, and and first of all, I must commend you guys for coming out to speak. In this community, elections have never been critical like this, and the community is growing. We have the platform and stuff like that. So speaking out, but it's just that I think speaking out may be a little bit misplaced in the context of the last time when I put all the vetting and I put those that were administrative and those that were denied and stuff, you called me and you said you was going to put in a complaint. I told you better put in the complaint.
Which I did. Which I did. I filed a formal complaint. 4-page document.
Okay, my brother, exactly. Thank you for doing that, but I have not received any complaint from the board. I'm not here for anybody as EC. You hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Oh, I'm not hearing you. I think you're not hearing me. So
I'm hearing you.
I didn't receive any complaint from the board. So I think that at least if that communication was going to come forward, we are going to iron these differences, and you guys was going to understand the reason, because when people speak, everything can be quantitatively and denotatively. Maybe you look at it from the denotative of the broad spectrums, but I will wrote these things I can better interpret them. So thank you for giving me the audience, and thank you for giving me the meaning of your time. Of the platform. I'm always humble to appear on your platform, even with all of the elections stuff that's going on. We still remain brothers.
Oh yeah, trust me, Mr. EC, trust me. Sometimes, we differ on the issue. You can put your brother on your lap and spank his butt. It's all part of the issue.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm happy that we're doing this professionally.
Thank you so much, Mr. Commissioner.
I watch the show, and no problem with anything I've been said on the show. I've always been a personal speaker. I assume you spoke of integrity. I want for integrity to be the yardstick that govern the process.
Thank you so much.
Let me get a few points before I proceed.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Because
my first point is that it's so you guys have to be in the position you're in now, but you have not been the first group that ever been in safe positions. When I was campaign chair for Barakaba, that occurred before, and we campaigned. And I see why people were denied, and I saw that as a campaign chair, I was in the spot to campaign for 3 people because of the same election guidelines that we as a team submitted. And the Maurice Gua, my brother that is in studio today, was on our last election. He got denied for a resident club. So, and we carried 5 candidates and 4 were denied, 1 was accepted. And we appealed. And what you guys don't know is that that's why I put appealed. We appealed not as a team, each individual appealed. And we opened the spot, and Vanny Campbell and somebody else came in. What I'm saying is, I gave the opportunity to appeal. Nobody from your team has appealed, but the formal complaint you sent to the board was irregularities, and I hope they should have come forth to call me before 2 weeks. Now nobody has called me. But let me go to my sister.
Call the person back.
Let me talk. With your situation, I'm sorry. It's unfortunate that you have to be in that situation, but it is not our means. It is not our will to deny or residents of this community that want to participate. Things happen in the era camp, emancipate. When times come, times go, you get more involved with the community. You see the spot that we are sitting in as a nation connection. But the problem that faces was one with the administration. A lot of you guys talk about irregularities and issues that were concerning to the elections laws and rules and regulations. I applied those letters, methodological. Along with the guidelines, the constitution, it was more methodological because we have a couple of attendance records that we received, and we have to simulate information around from the administration to get some touch from them. But unfortunately, I don't want to be very nepotistic, so I will just talk about your mom directly. She waited for me to call her 3 or 4 days to the vetting person. Maybe these are the information you don't know. I called. Why your daughter Brenny Alpha name is not on the financial record, and why is Hawking and my other people not on the record, and we are doing our vet. He said, I will get back to you, never get back to me and post a list with your name. For me, I'm a very straightforward person. The updated letter, the records. So I don't know, that's why your appeal, you have a letter to appeal. You should tell me the days and the time you attended meeting, and you show your records, you go ahead and clear. The appeal is open. Secondly, to that, you're supposed to meet all your financial responsibility to August 13. And you, according to your receipt, it's August 14.
But you got somebody in the race who just cleared their last financial obligations.
No, my brother feel just read your question down, so I'm on the phone. You've been talking. You drew to me, I will lose my thought. I beg you.
No, go ahead, because Brady is already cleared. You already cleared that part of it.
Yeah, so Brenny had that issue. So okay, we can't lose my thought. Then you go to the issue of the financial record, the other person, right? Since the balance ideology, right?
Go ahead.
So if Padma, so her mom, I mean, now I'll use the word financial secretary.
Please do.
That I make a mistake.
Just hold on small. We'll get to you shortly. Go ahead.
Yes, it's the better make a mistake, a huge mistake, which will put the administration to take into error.
True. Because
when we are in this process, we are very, very technical. I run the administration a lot for almost everything. Okay. And when I told her, send me all of the candidate profile, she's like totally clear. All right. Then when she checked her record, after we getting, and one thing she said in the meeting, I wish you were there so that you can hear from DC, you can hear from the horse's mouth. One clearly in the meeting, she said, I thought I didn't even know what she was running. And that being holistic and honest here. Yeah. I put her in the race. So she in the administration, but she's not following the records that these people out. She's not even following our rules and regulations. She's not this kind. So she said, I don't know this. After you got vetted by the EC and was considered clear, that I went back and making those corrections. Okay. I was like, ma'am, That's a huge mistake. It's a huge administrative mistake. We are getting these people. You give me record that show this man is there. You give me that show this man is clear.
Yeah.
Then after I did the work, then you come and say, "Oh, I made a mistake. Go and retry it." So you know what I said? For me to retry it according to the AI Constitution, who over decisions? These decisions are overrun by the board.
Can you give me that article? Can you give me that article? That section of the Constitution that says so. That if an EC have a guidelines that is violated, it has to be override by the.
No, listen now.
Go ahead.
There's just like this. According to what I know, I will send it to you because I don't have the Constitution close to me.
Okay.
Sorry, you hear me?
I hear you.
But what I send it to you because the board is the one you take the complaint to a formal complaint on those issues. Then in the administration, you can tell us there's an irregularity. You can't hold responsible for doing my job for making that huge error. That was a big error. It was not easy error.
Okay.
Yes, and I can't explain that much until we see the formal complaint. Then let me go to my brother stuff where he said a little bit personal. I've been knowing Frank for over 4 years. Let me tell you the first time I met Frank. Let me just give you some history second. I met Frank when Mother Ball son passed away. The first time in the church, that's why I took his number. So I've been knowing him. He's not really new to me, but he's not been involved in the community. So when his application, my brother, let's be realistic here.
It's true.
Sometimes we have to make some decisions that's harsh, but it benefits the organization. You may not see it now. Secretary job requires a lot. It may seem personal to you, but maybe because the way in which I express it, if I express it in a way that was harsh to Frank, I spoke to Frank, I said, I apologize. I didn't mean it that way. I'm not too big to apologize to anybody. But what I told Frank was, the way Frank got the letter, my brother, if I send a letter to you, you are a professional man. If for 3 people applying for a specific job, do you think the supervisor that is hiring for that job will reach you back and tell you, say, look, my man, because you didn't spell my name well or you made this thing, so I will disqualify you? No, this is a serious job. This is 3 years. My position is 3 months. Your job 3 years. So if you can't express yourself well, and it's not an easy garland, be professional. You say, "Dear Honorable Jeremiah K. Silly," spell the whole thing out, and then you read, and as a secretary of the place, you read anyhow. Then you say thanks, and you done. Nothing. Call your name S. I go there first. I want to call friend to say, "Friend, this." I look for a friend no more. I could not get it again. Then I said, "I don't even have an address for you to mail him." Bro, a secretary job. Looking, I know you guys first portray the issue of team. I have this law where everybody apply individualistically.
Oh, the person got to hold on some more. Hold on. Go ahead.
Tell them to be patient because we apply individualistically. I know you say your people should not campaign. That's why I didn't receive no list of your campaign. But now let's not divert the conversation. So he sent a vague letter that you can't trace the person that's going to be secretary of our association, and he said the letter should be professionally written. But all of your letter was written professionally. The first letter as a secretary general, very little. There is somebody that's going to represent you and going to read that. When you're not in the office as president, they're going to read and represent who Fede Logan is. It's going to be very huge that you're not going to be writing for secretary and writing. We saw in this community where people have secretary and they still complain that the secretary didn't do a good job.
Okay, that point one. Go to the other points.
So the second point that the second point is that my brother, I know you're not that old, but you're still young, but you can do your math. You spent a friend registered March, and deadline was August 13. From March to August is 5 months.
No. You had a window period. You qualified Evelyn Cassell because she attended a meeting. They go on Saturday, so meaning the period was still open.
Listen now.
Go ahead.
Listen. Listen. I like the point you raised, right? Let me answer so I can lose thought.
Go ahead. I hear.
If let's do it. If whatever the own was a tenants issue, I will come to it. But let me tell you, if as an individual there are 4 different counts. 4 different counts. If I tell you, okay, wait till September. Okay, if you take that 1 count from there, at 3 level, we still qualify.
And what's the 3? Name the 3s.
Okay, still, but I don't want for you to tell me. I'll answer them one by one, then you interrupt and answer that one. Is that go back here? The first one, with his letter he wrote. It was not professional, right? In the 5 months period, from August 13, from March to August 13, is within 5 months. Right? Yeah. Then attendance record. Attendance record I was submitted to all show that Frank went to 3 meetings.
Yeah.
Yes. So even if he goes to 1, he still got 2 more. So if he comes back when he was not qualified.
Frank went to what?
1 meeting. That's what I.
And your guideline said 2 meetings. In your guideline, you said. Hold on. I'm about to read it right now. Go ahead, please.
3 meetings in the last 3 years.
Jeff be talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, 3 meetings. My guideline said 3.
All right, go ahead.
That was the 3rd violation. And I think one more you stated that I cannot remember. Because I'm away from my computer as well. I'll come to put everything on. So I need 3 if you remember the other one needed for me. So even if it's I'm putting on administrative hold. So let me explain this to you. 1, I protected this community. I received or they say information.
His phone cut off.
I muted myself by mistake. Go ahead.
So you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So okay, one of the candidates I put on administrative hold, right? I did that to protect the integrity of all areas. Never happened.
Okay.
Because of a PSA. I gave enough time for this community to bring proof that this individual is in this and this and this and this. Nobody could come. I called this individual into with all of the commissioner to vet this individual. This talking with hard capital proof. So do you expect me to deny this individual on the say or process proof? Let's be realistic. I know you're not integrity as you say. The individual was vetted based on that. Just 2 meetings. Let me tell you one thing. The elections commissions did a very good job because with all of the diabolical record we have, the record was not inclusive with attendance. We reduced the attendance had to even 2 to see some people qualify, didn't qualify. Everything was to 2 meetings, and she should have attended the 10th meeting that got postponed by the election, by the administration. So because of that, we still delayed her to attend that 1 meeting. I mean, I would wish for us to go before the board so that we can be talking all of this on the media because as that's have a record, we also have a counter record and counter claim to all of the allegations. I'm sorry again to all of the people that feel disenchanted. It is not our will and pleasure to deny people privilege of serving their community.
So Mr. EC, let's get a point straight because I think you flew in too much to the point where other people will not understand the point.
Okay.
Number 1, you said friend was disqualified because he never put address on his application or his number on his application. For that grounds, that's one of the main reasons. Point number 2, you said Frank lived in the community for 5 months. You, Mr. EC.
You pay his due March.
Yeah.
I said you better
yes. That's why you mentioned. You said from March to August. That's 5.
Because you said from March to September was 7 months. So I had to make that correction that it's 5 months.
Yes.
From March to August, my brother.
Yes. So
from March to August, 7 months. Okay.
So my point is this. If you, the election commissioner, sent out a guideline, and in your guideline, you said all candidates must meet the following requirements. Must have attended, you said here, must have attended at least 2 General Assembly meetings within a year. A total of 6 general meetings within the last 3 years. Because of COVID-19, the commission will accept applicants who attended 4 meetings in the last 3 years prior to applying. So where you came from with your statement just now? This is
That's also if it's starting that you attended a meeting where the assembly decide for us to consider 3 meetings, and we up the guideline using the whole one.
Yeah.
We up it to 3 instead of 4.
Okay.
Because in our assembly meeting, my brother,
mm-hmm.
and when we took the guidelines to you guys,
mm-hmm.
4 meetings because of the attendance record, so we decided 3. So I'm sorry that you're reading the first guideline our published.
But if you haven't read it, that's my point.
That's a human. That's a human error.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you have it, Mr.
So the final post there was the one I said 3.
Mr. Commissioner, the thing No, we're not.
Can I interject?
Come on, Brandy.
So he just said that on the basic, straightforward.
I don't hear Brandy, so
he can't hear me.
He's not hearing you. I will relay your question. Ask a question.
Okay, so he said that we were denied on the basis of we did not attend 3 meetings, right? Frank, mine was did not attend 3 meetings by the 13th, and my dues were not paid until the 14th. Understand? Correct. He said Frank was denied because he did not attend 3 meetings, right? And his letter was not professional enough, and he has not lived in the community, right?
Yeah.
For those amount of time. Now, if that is the basic of why we were denied, because we did not meet those qualifications, August 13th, 2022, Mrs. Cassell should have also been denied because at the day and the time that the decision was made, she did not qualify on all those points. It's what we are trying to say. Regardless of if we would have been on administration hold until we did that, it should have been a consecutive of we come together to the board and say, since we won't put this person on administration hold because they don't meet the requirements, we come up with a specific date. Not they come up with a date on their own self for them that don't give us the time that we need to do what we need to do. So that's where the fairness is not there. They should have been denied at that point because on August 13th, they did not qualify per the guidelines. That's it. Why did some people and she didn't?
So her point,
I get a lot of things to do now, bro.
Yeah, I know you have a lot of things to do, but this is very critical because that's the job you took.
You're not I just pop on the show. So
her point is if you, Honorable Election Commissioner Chairperson, says that Bernie and the rest of the other folks were denied already because they never meet up with the dues with the meetings attendance requirement. Why, after the guidelines, you said the guideline says in your guideline, August 13 was the deadline for all qualifications. What are dues? What are dues? What are meeting attendance? So on what basis that somebody attended the current meeting on Saturday qualifies them to be a candidate? When was the last time you put out in a memo to say all those wanting to qualify who missing one meeting should attend this meeting on Saturday?
Exactly.
First of all, the question she asked, she may have misplaced my communication when I spoke first.
Okay.
I said those that was not for administrative who they had 2 or 3 counts. Even if they attend this meeting, we not qualify them because Benny Ava paid on the 14th. She paid on the 14th, so she will not even meet financial obligation unless you want to tell me there's a spiritual regression she's going to do to not to pay before the 13th. So even attending the meeting, she was going to deny. They want to get denied.
No, not the point.
So
the point
that's
here,
not the point. The point is if you do not qualify, you don't qualify. It don't matter whether I was 2 or 3 or 4 or that point don't matter.
No, Mr. EC, then you're missing the steps. You had your guidelines. You say everybody applying for this position should be qualified by the 13th of August. So where did you remove the goalposts to tell us that you have to go to a meeting after the 13th of August to be qualified?
That's not what the guidelines tell you. First of
So
all,
what did the guidelines say?
First of all, listen now.
Go ahead.
Want to interpret the guideline for me, then you can call me institute. You better interpret it.
No, but you posted your guidelines.
No. You remember the administration postponed a meeting that was going to attend the postponed one meeting. This recent meeting.
Philly, let me come in.
That meeting became a consideration for all candidates, not individual candidates. But they did not meet several other requirements, not just attendance requirements. They were denied for several things.
Okay.
Why you just focusing on attendance?
Because a requirement is a requirement. If you don't meet a requirement, you don't get approved.
I have Brandy Alpha receipt. Brandy Alpha paid her money on August 5th, 2022.
Okay, I can show you that she paid on August 14th too.
So unless I don't know which one you read it from.
Oh man, I will send you the one if I say the one I have, can you put it up?
Yes. So
no, I have the one. No, Philip, he is right. My receipt you said the 14th.
Large people within the administration manipulate the process. The people in the administration are so angry with your nasty is that I have never, including her mom, because what her mom is doing is forgery. I mean, say it clearly here. You gave me a receipt of your daughter that said the 14th, and she gave me your receipt that said the 5th. Because of that, I think you should come in studio for formal interview. And then
first of all, no, because the receipt I have and the receipt I presented said the 14th.
Of the 14th, and you say you receipt of the 5th. These are the kind of things that cause division. The divide to Congo mentality is not going to work in this election.
First of no.
We are going to do this election free, fair, and transparent. If the administration is taking us side, if they are taking us side, because let me be respectful that of you. Nobody from your camp or nobody, because first of all you got an also your team. Nobody from your team has sent in any complaint apart from people like Annie Jason, Isabella, who will be blowing my phone and attacking me as if they are in a race. You are in the administration. You have a lot of irregularities that we're trying to face to get the beauty of for us to carry this media forward. And then you give people different receive different day, and you don't want to stand up to it. So it's really you get a receive on the 5th, and I get a receive on the 14th. Let's go to the court and submit these things. But I can't continue with this because it is not being handled properly because now you should be giving receipt. I think we should go to
Can you please make that correction because he's going to try to make his point based on that.
She has a lot of malpractices. That's what I'm seeing here now. So thank you very much, beautiful, for giving me the audience. We will proceed next time, continue next time.
All right, so when you're listening, Jim would love to ask a question, but you never address the issue of moving the goalposts. So that should be on the record.
That's why you are invited the EC will get spokesperson.
No. The EC should be going to a platform and why they have the PRO person to disseminate the information as to what the election commissioner is doing. We ain't supposed to run behind you. You're supposed to run behind us to speak.
I'm gonna run behind you, Phil.
Of course.
Up to now, I'm gonna run behind you to do everything.
No, you have a PRO person. That's why you put a 5 on the commission.
Your
PRO person should be instructed to go and communicate with the community.
Philip.
That one is your concern. We adjust that.
Here's the issue.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Commissioner. Look, here's the issue. The commissioner was looking for points exit routes. You provided them to him, so he capitalized on it. Yeah. When the commissioner said that, remember the leadership went ahead and postponed a meeting, which these people were going to attend. Now, simply asking, were there other meetings that were postponed over the last 3 years that our people did not attend? That was the only day they had to have attended and was going to qualify them? Can he prove that? So he already showed his implicit bias, so that because the leadership postponed a meeting that would have qualified a candidate to meet the 3 meetings criteria. So therefore, he provided he used this recent meeting to qualify with that. How many other meetings in the last 3 years that were postponed? Can he provide our own candidates with ample time so they can make up for the meetings too? So again, it just shows that he was working in favor of favoritism. That's why that's why I asked the question: are we talking about election or
Okay, let me see
selection?
who's the person. Hello.
Yeah, that's me, financial secretary.
All right. So I have the financial secretary online, Sis Isabella. So go ahead, Sis Isabella.
Yes, hello.
Hello, we hearing you.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
all right. Thank you, Logan, for accepting my call. Thank you for accepting my call. I just called to address what the financial. I just
Yeah.
want to address the issue with party payment.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to make some clarification to rebut what the EC just said. That the whole situation, or the financial secretary was the one that gave the wrong reports.
Okay.
When the first list was posted, if I let me go back. When he Horty, okay, Horty sent his $60 to the to Talisha, but did not say what the $60 was for.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got that money, he just said for his use. I did not even know Hutty was running as parliamentarian. So when I saw the first list post up, I saw his name on there. I said, well, maybe this $60 is for a parliamentarian. So if this $60 go against his registration, then it means that he's still owing.
Yeah.
So okay, somebody talk about trust. This is where trust comes into place. So it means that you cannot trust certain people if they're not sincere with themselves. He knows that one of the requisites is that you have to be fully financial before you are qualified to even run, okay, or to register. So when I posted the first sheet, it shows that zero balance, and after that correction was made, when the EC put out the final listing, I called the EC that Saturday. That list was posted on the Friday. I called him on Saturday. I told him, I said, look, Horty is not fully financial. He's staying on $60, so he cannot be qualified. And he told me, I'm doing some stuff right now. I'll call you within 2 hours. Until that meeting, he did not call me, and I told him he was going.
State the
So
truth.
he should not, like, everybody make errors I made and stuff like that, So that was he was notified long enough, but he did not follow through. So he's at fault. So if they want to do things, they gotta do things across the board. They gotta be sincere about anybody that deal with me, they know I don't cut corners. I deal with facts. I like to be truthful. I like to do things across the board. If it's not right, it's not right. Period. So you have to be sincere when you do things. You got if it's your friend, when they go against your friend doesn't meet that criteria. That's it. So he should make sure he should go back and do what is right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Financial Secretary.
All right.
Thank you so much. We truly appreciate you here. So, Mr. Election Commissioner Chairperson, I think you heard it for yourself. You heard it for yourself. She make those corrections. She inform you about it. Even if the police made a mistake and put someone outside or criminal, mistaking identity, when the person is the person has been identified to be the wrong person, they will still have you incarcerated. They will arrest you and take you back. Hold on again. Let me hear again. Yep. Just a second.
So, Mr. Election Commissioner Chairperson.
Who's speaking? Your name and where you call from, sir? Hello? Okay. The person making mistake with the phone. All right, guys. We've been here for some time. It's already 2 hours. You know, time flies. So is there anything you guys want to chip in again?
Yeah, I want to comment. I
Okay.
want to come in. The
Mm-hmm.
election commissioner said, who just spoke, the election commissioner who just spoke, because he's not speaking for every one of them. Let me
Yeah.
clarify that. Who said that he did what he could to protect the community.
Mm-hmm.
What protection? Are you protecting the community against people you don't like? Or people who are not close to you? And then people that are close to you, you allow them to come and prey on the community? Because if you're protecting the community against these kind of things, and the financial secretary made a mistake, and when she saw that, a list that come up on Friday, and she called you on Saturday, you did not mention that the recent rent I was just you just did over here, you know, making her questioning her character, calling her saying that she defrauding the community.
Yeah.
So what the protection you're doing now that you are notified within 24 hours of you posting something, approximately 24 hours, you refuse or you did not call this person back for whatsoever reason. You're not bringing that to the community too. So you know the thing what they say every story has two sides. That's part of that. The rule is the rule. And like you said, if there is a mistake made and it's being brought to your attention,
Mm-hmm.
it's not to say that it's brought to your attention after this person has been elected. But no, you know, you clearly showing your favoritism. Oh, because that's I don't know what's the relationship or the connection. So I'm just going to play a delay tactic. That would be so now the EC now that I just spoke is on the hook because what he says on the record, and he called me a financial secretary, someone who all these years with the integrity coins, they defrauding the community. What you call defrauding the community? What about your friend that knows very well he was owing that he's supposed to pay this amount, or because the bank, like I said, bank error in my favor. If I'm not caught, I'm not wrong. How do you describe that? On the street, that's a criminal mentality right there. Are you going to defend the community against what kind of mentality, Mr. EC? Are you
Okay.
or no?
That's a
You
serious point.
know,
That's a serious point.
and the EC also said something about how when he put these people on administrative hold, he was waiting on the community. Did you communicate with the community why these people are placed on administrative hold? You heard something. We don't go off of gossip. It got been of thousands of reasons why you have both persons on administrative hold. Did you send an official communication to the community? No, there is none. It do not exist. What you expecting? Someone to call you and start gossiping? Now everybody like to go off of rumors of what they feel. I feel the reason why they put it on hold are because I heard this. No. We talk about professionalism right here. So if you place someone on hold, there's a small community. If you did not do the due diligence of formally informing the community, these people are on hold for this reason. If anybody have anything to say or any proof against them or to prove the allegations against these people, go ahead and present your proof. Is there any letter from the EC, any communication from the EC? No. The EC that just spoke was the one that came in the chat room and wrote and said that after he waited, nobody from the community. Did you inform the community?
No.
No. If he did, let our communication be presented so we can see it. We all know it was not. So definitely, is a strategy that was used also. And then in the same communication you say you call someone to verify after a person presents you or communication that is signed by a judge, then you had to call someone to go by they say good friend. Anybody can have a good friend, a good friend, a good friend. You go by they say ESA, the very ESA try to protect the community from. USA use ESA to for protecting the community against or ESA. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, how can we deduce this? What's the seriousness in this? Is this like a who know you club or because I favor you or something? Come on, let's be serious here for a minute. Let's apply the rules. Like Brandy said, August 13 was the deadline. If
Yeah.
if the leadership was holding a meeting for someone that someone did not attend, and August 13 passed, that person can have an issue up with the leadership. You provided another opportunity because the leadership was on a meeting. You were going to attend that meeting. Were there other meetings in the last 3 years? I will postpone that. These people who have attended, and have you provided an avenue for them to correct those things too? We can go back and forth on this. But let's just stick with the basic rules. The basic guideline said August 13. So if you want to please strengthen and apply August 13, no if in the but. Everybody that did not beat it, no administrative hold, you get chopped.
It's true. And I
Yeah,
agree.
and
I
just to
agree. Come in, Bernie. Come in.
yeah, and like he was saying, and that's the part that's unfair. And I see somebody, let me see who name it was, Jima. She said
Mm-hmm.
that when you prevent case with facts, and this is what we are trying to do. Here's the thing here. Regardless or if I have two more lines to check, I can have 13 more lines to check. She can have one more. When they said this was the deadline, you have to qualify at the deadline when you fill out application at the office to apply for a grant. And they tell you have to have these things to send in for a grant, and it give you a deadline. If you do not send those things in by that deadline, your grant is denied. You will
It's
have to
true.
start the application process over again. They're not going to, only in circumstances where they will extend it to everybody, then that's where it will be. You can't say I will not extend it to her because she won't qualify even if we do. That's not your action to decide. Now, had they extended it to everyone and we still didn't qualify after the date that we all agreed on, because understand this, it was extended to a date that will allow her to qualify. So the date should have been extended to everyone so that we all could be able to qualify if that's what you're going to do. You
It's
cannot say
true.
because she only had one meeting left, and if I would have extended it to everybody, they still wouldn't have qualified. Then at that time, on to September 18th, then they should have sent out the letter and said disqualify. Then that would have been fair and facts. That's not
Point.
fair. That's not facts. You don't make up decision as you go along based on what you think, because I could have made that meeting that they canceled as well. You can't say she would have made it. You don't know she would have made it had they canceled it. That is hearsay. That is speculation if we're going to go with the law. So based on that fact, they extend their favoritism to their side and they didn't to ours. Like the financial secretary came on here and said, and let me make a correction to what he's saying about fraud. First of all, she will never, okay, do anything to uh make me qualify. Because if that was the case, that would have been going on from the beginning. My receipt says the 14. That was a typo that Philip stated, but it
Yeah.
says the 14.
Yeah.
And I will accept that. I look, if I don't get qualified, it's not a big deal. I'm here to serve my community and get in here. That's my purpose, and that's what I'm here for. But
You're right.
if you are going to extend courtesy to others, you have to do it across the board. And they should have came to the board, and the board should have came up with a date that everybody have to extend. You can't say, oh, because the other person only got one thing. It doesn't matter. At the day of qualification, when they look at it, when it was checking all the box and said she qualified, bam, bam, bam. That box was not checked, so she should have been disqualified. Those are the facts.
She should have been disqualified. Those boxes wasn't checked. Thank you so much, Bernie Alpha. We'll take just two commercials and be right back.
Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell Mariette that the girl is sincere.
Tell Mario the girl is sent here. So we have somebody on the line because her name was mentioned. So we're going to answer her. All right. Hold on just a second. Let me connect you. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call from.
My name is Annie Gibson.
Okay.
I'm calling from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay. Go ahead.
I overheard the EC thing. My aunt busting my phone.
Okay.
Well, like she running as a candidate. I don't have to run as a candidate before I speak for my community. I saw something when I saw Evelyn Cassidy's name. I look at certain things. They say prior to pay every bill you're supposed to pay, everything you're supposed to pay before you be qualified. So I called him. When I called him, he did not answer. He called me back. And I said, and I asked him, I said, Evelyn pay her money, but she did not go to meetings. She paid when she paid her money the first time, that was the first meeting. So after the 13, Evelyn was not qualified no more. So why did you say she qualified? I'm a citizen in the community, and I work hard for my community. So I have to know what make her qualify. I don't have to be on anything to ask him, and I did not have no confusion with that. So I told him I'm going to go personally to ask the board to tell me why Evelyn was qualified. And he said, "My honey, you can go ahead. Evelyn was qualified because they suspended Sunday and they had they suspended the meeting and they had the explanation he gave. So I said, so because of her, that's why they have the meeting. And even if they have the meeting because of her, she's still not qualified because the 13 have already passed.
Yeah.
That's my point. I was active as a citizen.
Thank you for the clarity.
I want to understand it because maybe one day I will want to run, so I will do my best. I can be with all my letter, my due, and my ticket to go to meeting be correct before the deadline. He said somebody will be qualified within that time, and if the person will qualify after that time. That was the only thing him I said talk about. Besides that, I haven't called him back. So I don't know where he be knocking me, breaking my phone. I'm a citizen of Indianapolis, and I'm one of the women in Indianapolis that want the community to be best. So when I see something wrong, I got right to talk.
Thank you so much, my Annie. So that was the voice of my Annie Gibson. So to all of you followers, we want to say thank you. Go ahead, Brandy.
Just one more thing, because I was reading the comments. I see Jima said she was put on hold for not for paying dues late. Well, hold on. No, Evelyn was not put on hold for paying her dues late. Here's the thing. It don't matter why she was put on hold. What we are stating is not what made us qualify and not qualify. What we are saying is based on the day of the outcome and the decision that was made, that box was not checked. So she did not qualify. So it don't say on the thing if you missing only one thing, then we'll give you time to do it. It said if you don't qualify, if all these boxes don't check, you will be disqualified. So on
It's
the
true.
basis of that is what we're saying. And if she got time, even if it was to go to a meeting, if she got time to correct one thing, everybody should get a time to correct
All right. Yes,
everything that they was missing. That is the
it's true.
argument that we're missing, not the small details that go into it. No, the overall thing is just that. If you give one person time, it don't matter whether it was missing dues, your wherever. Everybody else have to have time to make up for what they needs to make up for, and that's it.
Thank you so much, my dear sister Brandy Alpha. I see Jima going back and forth here. Jima is my sister, and I'm a community lawyer there. So me, I'm gonna pick and for her because I know when she will come to represent me. Jima, so you get a pass on that one, yeah. So in the meantime, we have an issue. We have filed a formal complaint. We look forward to the redress of those complaints, and we look forward to sitting with the EC and the rest of the folks to address the concerns. Until then, we say to all of the FOP members, do not campaign. Do not campaign. Hear from the president of the community. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, yeah. Hello, how you doing?
We doing good. Welcome to the Logan's Hour.
Okay, thank you very much. In my life.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was sleeping. I just got a call that the administration will mention one way or the other.
Yep.
In this qualification process.
Yep.
All right. I just want to make this clear. We have, since the EC was appointed, they have had the fullest cooperation from the administration. At no time we have interfered with their work, and at no time we interfere with their job. As a responsible administration, we want to see a fair and free process in this election period. And so when it comes to elections, all election matters, they both handle it. We are here if there's anything we need to do, provide information for them that we have done in the past when it comes to the financial records or the attendance, that where the administration comes in. I heard so the chairman was talking about us postponing a meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the chairman said that.
Well, I don't know. We have no communication to that effect to the commissioners that we postpone any meeting. And even if we get postponed meeting, the community can attest to it because everybody was in the last meeting. And I think before that meeting, they joined. We asked, like what we do, when will our next meeting be? We gave tentative dates and stuff like that. So there was no time that meeting was postponed because the fact is, I don't want people to see us as a conduit, in creating problems for the EC in the first place. We're not here to postpone meetings or call for meetings to qualify people. Usually, after a major program, we call a meeting probably to get reports or when the administration deems it necessary, our constitutional requirements, we call meetings. So I just want to make it clear that at no time the administration postponed the meeting and maybe using that as a factor, calling for a new meeting as a factor to qualify people. We didn't do that. So this process, we, as I said, we support the EC, but we just want all of us to be careful on how we handle the process. I know we being accused by, people, and I always tell people, I'm not a de facto, candidate in this whole process. I'm not running. And so when people come to start accusing me or attacking me, I don't know for what reason. We just want to see a free and fair process going on. So your election matters. They both handle it, but when we are measured, we have to come out to clarify. I just want to let the community know that at no time that this administration said we're postponing a meeting and we're going to call a meeting, and that meeting we're going to be used as a process to qualify any candidate. We didn't do that. So if anybody in the community can come up to verify that yes, the meeting was postponed, then we stand to be corrected. But I know time that we call a meeting and say we're postponing a meeting. So I just wanted to make that clear, and I hope that the board will come up to at least be able to help the community to move us forward in this electoral process. So thank you very much for having me on the show, Mr. Logan.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. So, Mr. Election Commissioner Chairman, you have an email. The president just sent a mail in your mailbox right now. You can just check your mailbox that there was no time the community council meeting and postponed meeting that will qualify any candidate. So there was a complete contradiction. If the EC chair can call back and make those clarifications when the community council meeting and reschedule a meeting for a candidate to get qualified, we are standing here and we want to get the facts straight. So I want to say to all of you people to not follow us here, I want to say thank you so much. You know, it has been a real one. I told you that show going to be so hot. And to all of the FOP members, I say to you, do not campaign. Do not campaign. We will come to a logical conclusion with this matter. We will sit with the board of directors. We will sit with the EC. We will have another date to start campaign. Do not campaign. This election will be on hold until all matters and all parties are satisfied with the proceeding. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks to all of FOP members for your understanding. Thanks to Brady so much for coming on the show and expressing yourself. Thanks to Jevon Smith as well. Thanks to Maurice Goua. Thanks to Pastor Errol Ball. Thanks to all of those who call as well. So we would just go around the table now. Send Jevon. The camera is off. We'll go to Jevon first to take his spotting. Then we can go out to the Brandy. Then I can close up. Jevon, can you go ahead and do your closing, please? Jevon, are you there? All right. I think Mr. Smith is not following or he's not listening. Probably his mic stuck or something. So, Brittany, let's just go to you. Let's get your parting because I know you've been here for almost 2 hours and a half now. So let's get your parting.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for giving me the opportunity to be on your show and letting the people hear me speak to see where I'm at with this. I did formally send my letter of appeal to the commissioner before we started this evening, so they should have that by now if he didn't already receive it. To go over and review, and as I stated before, if the basis of our disqualification was because we did not meet the criteria on the day that the decision was made, everybody else across the board should also be disqualified. It does not matter whether or not it was one thing away or two. Not meeting qualifications is not meeting qualifications. And thanks everybody for listening. Again, we are a community. We stand together. Win, lose, or draw. We are all here for that betterment of our community. And I look forward to serving.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Brittany Effa. It was nice having you here tonight. Thank you. All right. We will go straight to our dear brother and friend, Mr. Jevon Smith. Before you go about where you're closing, you heard the president. The president say, I'd never call any meeting or postpone any meeting to qualify any candidate. What do you make of that first before we go to your party?
Yeah, I mean, so that puts the burden back on the EC, and now it brings him to doubt and raises more questions about all these, even give some background to our claim that the EC is playing favoritism because the EC was making a claim against the leadership, pretty much acting as a lawyer and not a referee, not the judge. He was acting as an attorney for someone who is a candidate, saying that our meeting was postponed, which if they had attended was going to qualify them. That's not your place. That's what we keep saying. Your role is a referee. You're not there to determine whether the other team did not sleep overnight, so that's why they look tired on the field. So you're going to make them, or you're going to favor them, or because your best player is on there. So no, you are the referee. If the other team did not come prepared, they are not prepared. You apply the rules across to everybody.
Yep.
You know, okay. Then
Yeah.
all my final thought. You and I had this conversation before.
Mm-hmm.
We are in this for our community. For too long, we sat back where we have few people who detect um, the issues of the community. You know, play those back back alley tactics and intimidate other people, calling people names, accusing people, just making false accusations. We scare people away from the community because that's nobody, everyone got stress in their life. You got dues, you got children, you got family, you got work, and all these other things. Then you come in your community and you pretty much have to be afraid because, oh, if I made a mistake, someone's gonna call me names, someone's gonna laugh at me, gonna curse me, I don't know how to speak English, I actually know how to write, and all those kind of things. These are the very reasons why I told you that I was going to come into this. Go have to
Yeah.
point out ills in our society. And I would just want to tell you, thank you for, bringing the show. You got to remember, elections ago, some of the very people that I can guarantee watching the platforms, they were vandalizing each other property in the night. And people in this community know that. And these very people, they know themselves. When time for election coming in the night, we go and slashing people tires, each other tires and stuff like that. But you came in elevated the discourse. Like, hey, we can talk about our disagreements. We can do it in a more civil way. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate you for that because you are the first person to bring up a platform where we can talk about stuff. And we are seeing the example is being replicated across the community, and that's a good thing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jivan Smith. So we look forward to having a sit down with the rest of the community and let's find a solution to this all problem that we are faced currently. So thank you, my dear brother. We will have a talk behind closed door. So there you have it. There you have it. Sitting on your butt for 2 hours, 36 minutes. Ain't anything small. And at this point, the true hero in all of these, you people are the real deals. Because of you, I'm here. Because you watch this show, that's why we make our commitment to come here. I want to say to all of you who watching here tonight, I can mention everybody's name because names have been popping up, names have been leaving, and few of them that remain consistent, like my sister Gima family. I want to say thanks to John Blamo. The rest of all of you, I can't call everybody's name because I'm running all the time right now. But notwithstanding, thank you for making this show possible. And don't forget, we have our Eder fundraiser coming up. Get ready to support the fundraiser. It will be Saturday on the 24th, 5 o'clock p.m. The venue is there as well. Thanks to all of you for always joining us. FOP members, I appreciate you. I appreciate how civilized you are. I appreciate your civility when it comes to this electioneering process. My sister Cash Flow, you need to do a little promo of your business. Let me be playing near here. Because at least now, when I tell people, look, I said, no problem. That people can do their hair and do some other thing. So Cash Flow, don't forget, do your little short promo. Let me be doing your little thing here as well. Yeah. So to all of you, thanks. FOP, no campaign. And let's stick to it. No campaign. If they go ahead campaigning, wherever they say, anything you do not see, it do not hurt you. Move on and let's enjoy our community together and let's enjoy ourselves. Thank you so much for joining the show tonight. We want to say bye-bye and